Hey, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome to my Harvest Readers, my book readers channel or video. I am getting ready to just do a library haul because I just thought that's exciting news. Don't you think? Yeah. What is the best way that you can save money while you read? Go to the library. Um, the only downside to that is, of course, you have to read within a certain amount of time. So if you're a slow reader, take one book and you may be able to, return it and then take it out again. And the downside to that as well, if it's a popular book and others are waiting on it, then you'll just have to turn it in and then try get in line again. But you can do two ways, get in line twice if it's a book that you know might be long or big, but do some reviews. So some of the books that I have found at the library are books that, I have purchased, from the authors. And I'm trying out to see how the library works because it can get pretty expensive if you're not doing a POV or someone is not sponsoring you in buying books. But I've bought so many books over the years. It's just been unbelievable. So I'm trying to minimize spending and, work on cutting down costs because the longer you live is the more you accumulate. So our world is going digital and our world is going to the putting us in a position to where you either have to, do more audios, Kindles, and those electronic ebooks and so forth. So I do those as well. But I just thought today was going to be a really interesting video just to kind of see where you are and if you're a library book reader or do you purchase all your books. Drop in the comment and let me know, are you a person that likes to read from the Kindle or your Apple Book, or you like to read from the computer? I don't like reading from the computer just because I've been an avid reader all my life, and it's just not the same. Even when I did school online, and they would give us these ebooks, I would have to print them out. But now things are much better now. They make it more accessible for you to print it out at a place and get it. So in that sense, okay, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna pause the video and let me show you exactly so I was being summoned. But yes, so I just wanted to, just kind of let you know, oops, my earring fell out. Let you know where I am and how I feel about, the library and just to get your ideas on what you think. So now this author I have never read before. This is Sophie Hannah. So I won't recommend this book to you all because this is really the books I want to recommend right now is more of the I'm not sure if this is totally Christian based, so I haven't read it. I just know the librarian told me it was a good book because the books I like Christian suspense, mysteries, drama, Christian elements, historical. I'm not really big on romance, but I will do it. I like a little romance in there, but more of the little flirty. And at the end of the day, they're working together to get the job done, that kind of stuff. But I used to be a big romance reader when I was much younger. Don't ask me why, because that was more of the Harlequin romance book that was more accessible, and you could order those and get four, five, six, But I'm way past that now. I'm married, so I still have romance in my head, but I don't want to read it and read all that stuff, but there are some romance in some of these books which I like. Now, this young lady, Tessa Afshar, she is a popular author, and I haven't read this book, Pearl in the Sand, but I have read the Nile. What is that called? The Nile River. I think it's called the Nile River or something like that. And it was so good. Okay. So I just started looking for all her books that I'm gonna, read. I've been watching some videos about her a long time, but I just, I was in a different season of reading, so I hadn't really picked her up. I mean, when I picked her up, I've been like engulfed. So this is a really good, because this book is about Rahab. It says Rahab paid it when the age of 15 she was sold into prostitution by one man who loved and trusted her father. With her keen mind and careful planning, she turned heartache into success, achieving independence while still young, and she vowed never again to trust a man, any man. So, that's the little bit I'm going to give you. But this is Tessa Afshar. She was born in Iran and lived there for the first 14 years of her life. So this is historical. I love historical. So, of course, it's going to probably have a little bit of romance in there, but I've heard a lot about Pearl in the Sand. So get this, the library. See, you can check it out. Check it out. And you can also recheck it if you need to. But it's well, it depends on you if you wear glasses, but it's an easy read. It's only um 314 pages, and looks like the prints are about a 7, maybe 7 or 8. So, yeah, this is one. So, for those of you who are joining me, I am doing a book haul from the library. And my next Tessa, some may say Tessa, but I think it's Tessa Afshar. And this one is Daughter of Rome. And like I said, all her books are really good. So these, and I should have put in there is, these are historical books. Daughter of Rome, Tessa Afshar has the rare gift of seamlessly blending. Now, these are people, her authors, those who were writing about her book. But this is a woman with a devastating secret, a man bent on proving his worth, and a chance encounter that catapults them into the heart of history. When the daughter of a prominent Roman general meets a disinherited Jewish immigrant, neither one can dream of God's plan to transform them into the most influential couple of the early church, nor can they anticipate the mountains that will threaten to bury them. When I tell you her writing, I felt like I was there, right there. And it's not boring or dreaded. And some of you who may not be able to read, you can also, she has audio. So I've done both. And the author, I mean, the narrator makes a big difference, while he's reading. So this is another one. Again, some people says Tessa, it has the ability to transport readers into the culture and characters of her biblical novels in extraordinary. And this is true. I'm telling you, it's true because I felt it. So I did. I just finished. I think I found one of hers. No, she's not here. But I just finished. I couldn't find her in the library for some reason, but she's a popular read as well. Connelly Corset, and her book, I mean, just the four winds, the winds of the storm, the winds. I mean, her books are good. So my next book is, let me go to True Colors. This is Kristen Hanna, and she's also a really good author. And Kristen Hanna delivers a captivating saga about the powerful bond between sisters, the tension that can break a family, and the healing effect of love. Brims with surprises, genuine insight, and good old fashioned storytelling. Is juicy, curled up, and savor it kind of book. So that's what this is. This is one of the person that talked about it. So it's called True Colors by Kristen Hanna. So I want to encourage you to heighten your horizon. You know, if you've never read these books, I know some of you have. I've been into a season where I did Black authors because I was not really brought up on just Black authors. I read a lot of, a variety of authors, but I got to learn some really good authors in the Black community, and that was good. So, but for me, I don't stick to just one culture. So I like to read a good book. That's what I like, and I try any type of book. So this True Colors, okay, Kristen Hanna. I've had great information or recommendation on Kristen Hanna. I don't remember reading about her, reading any of her books, but I have read um, some of her reviews in the past, and she was one of my on my TBR. So guess what? I will be reading and letting you guys know what I think. So for this month, actually for the month of May, because I just finished I did a whole bunch of reading in starting January, February, March, April. So now we're in April. I must have done read about 10 books in April, and that's a lot compared to all of the things I have to do. But it was in combination. Like if I'm driving, I was doing audio. At night, when I'm getting myself ready in the bathroom, I'm doing audio. When I'm cooking, doing laundry, I'm doing audio. And then when I sit down or rest and have some time, I read because I like to read physically to help keep my eyes, you know, um, exercise, because reading helps keep your eyes exercised. And when you stop reading for a long time, your speed slows down. So, and another thing that I've learned too, I like if it's a narrator that I like, and the book is sometimes the book is boring, I do it audio with the reading to see how I can pick up speed. So I've done that as well. If you just a little tip if you want to know. Okay, so these are Christian books that I just mentioned. So there's three of them. Uh, there's three of those. So we have, I think, I'm thinking, yeah. So we have Tessa, Pearl in the Sand. Then Hannah, Kristen Hannah, I just did. And then we have Daughter of Rome, and that's Tessa again. So there's two of Tessa's. And then that's three. And this is the book that I'm reading just for my sake. Sophie Hannah. It's a thrilling. It's a woman with a secret. So, like I said, I like mysteries, psychological thrillers. I like the mind. I like to, see how people behavior function. I like things like that. Even in nursing, as I'm a nurse, I'm always looking at the way people behave, how they comprehend information you give to them. Even in counseling, when I'm doing that, in prayer and different things. So I like anything that deals with behavior, psychological effects, and I like suspense, and I like Criminal Minds. So if those were books that they had from beginning, I would have probably read all of those because I love Criminal Mind. And like I say, so I like anything that's thrilling. I'm not gory. I don't care for the gore. I just the thrilling mysteries, the suspense, and I like detective books. I used to read years ago when I was much younger. I used to read um, Nancy Drew while my brother was reading the Hardy Boys, but they're not the same anymore because I grew out of that level. But I think they came back with some different things, so I did that. Now, Helen Cooper. This book is the. Let me make sure I'm in the light. Sorry, so much glare. Those are my lights. I see my lights. It's called The Couple in the photo. I've read some of her books. Oh my God. It's a sharply constructed puzzle of a mystery, full of surprising twists and turns. I love twists and turns. So these, be prepared to read these. Okay, so let me tell you what it says. A you sleep with something made you you sleep with, and then something made boy made their bed. The thing is covering up the little thing right there. So, but it says Lucy and her husband Adam have been best friends with another couple. Isn't that already? Cora, that's my sister's name. Um, Cora and Scott for years. The four are practically family. They vacation together, co-own a beach cottage, and their children are inseparable. So Lucy is devastated when, while looking at a colleague's photos of a trip to the Maldives, she spots a picture of Scott apparently on vacation with another woman. Then she learns that the woman in the photo has gone missing. Lucy can't help but fear Scott was involved, but searching for answers might uncover secrets about Scott. Wow. And Cora and even her own husband that could destroy the picture perfect lives they have built together. So it's already like, wow, is he a murderer? Did I marry a murderer? Did I marry some secret guy that has a past that's full of mysteries? Yeah, I'm going to like this book. So tell me what you think. And I've read Colleen Cobble by Annie Pedersen novel. This is Edge of Dust, another great author. I haven't read this one, but I've read several of her books. And 9-year-old Annie Pedersen life changed the night her sister was kidnapped. The two had been outside playing on a dock, and Annie never forgave herself for her role in her sister's disappearance. 24 years later, and now a law enforcement ranger, Annie is still searching for answers as she grieves a new loss, the death of her husband and parents in a boating accident. Matter of fact, I read this book before. Great. So, you know what's going to happen. She's going down there basically to investigate and dig up some old stuff. And then the two reasons to run. So this is I know why I had two of Colleen Color, because I did read it. I wanted to recommend this to you all. It's in the library. I'm in Georgia, so you have to check your local library. And Colleen Cobbler, there's two reasons to run. And this one is also suspense that keeps you wanting to know more, and characters that pull at your heart. And this is a life-changing hero crisis, and killer targets her son, and she has to find ways to run, and it unfolds some more. So those are my books. So I have one, two. Let me see if I can lift them all up so you can see it. See, I have books all around me, books everywhere. I love to read, and I try to keep books for references. So that's why I'm starting to go to the library, because I'm collecting too many books and have no space for them. So these are my books that I got from the library. So you guys, let me know if you are a library uh, reader. If you get your books from the library, where do you buy your books? I also utilize my iPad, where I have Audible for when I do Audible, and also have Scribe, which is now Everand. And another reason too, what set me off to go to the library, is because you're paying the subscription, and everybody's changing the way they're providing you the information you need, and things are just constantly changing. Prices are going up, or they add in these tiers and tiers to what I used to get, that I paid 8 something a month for Scribe. Now they've gone up to 11 something. But then the books I used to get, whereas I could read on my tablet if I'm traveling or I'm out, now they wanted you to go up on a tier, and when you go up on a tier is higher monthly pay. I'm not doing that, because I just thing. And if it gets bad, I'm going to cut them off because I really had enjoyed them. I had them for several years, and now they get acting, you know, just crazy with the changes. And if it's not going to benefit me, then what's the purpose of me having it? The only difference is I can't get the book right at hand. If I need it, I have to check it out at the library, and it doesn't always have it, or you have to request it, and then that's too much. I want to have it. So it also, I'm watching to see how easy this is going to be for me, because this is a trial going back to the library. And if the books I'm reading is not going to be in the library, or I have to always order it and I have to wait, or it's on hold, or someone is reading and all of that, then guess what? I'll probably go right back to my Kindle. I do have some unlimited Kindle, books that lines up with what I read, and some I would just have to pay for. Maybe not at a, if it's a high cost, I'll just order the book. Whatever it is, let me know in the comment, what are your thoughts on these books, okay? And I just want to tell you, thank you so much for watching my video. Please share and like, not just only like, leave me a comment. And again, if you would like to join us, we're on Facebook on the Happy Harvest Book Club, but we do have a messenger chat for Harvest book readers. I would like for you to join us so we can talk about the books and we can chat and see what area. We do have book discussions, and I'm gonna start launching it where we can have monthly meetups and in person, and continue on Zoom meetups. So it'll be like maybe twice a month, one in person, one on Zoom. So let me know, what are your thoughts. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back soon with another video for maybe our review, because I've had so many books I've read. I've been waiting on review. I've written them and sent them in, but I haven't done a video for the reviews. Okay, so God bless. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.